In and out.
And this too?
I'd like to call to order the regular monthly meeting of Joliet Junior College, District 525. Joan, call the roll, please.
Broderick?
Present.
Garcia-Guillen? Mahalik?
Yes.
Marin?
Yes.
Morales?
Here.
O'Connell?
Yes.
And Wunderlich.
Here. I'd like to welcome everybody who came out this evening. I would like to ask the epitome of GQ, Mr. Sir, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Aaron.
You're going to call him Mr. Green Bay.
Okay, at this time, 1:05, public comments. Any, Ms. Kearney?
No request to speak before the board, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. 1.1, business reports. Dr. Mitchell?
No business reports this evening.
Okay. I've got to find my paperwork here. Moment of silence. I take a moment of silence at this time for Kurt Hagelke, a JJC retiree, Donnie Ardo, father of Beth Ardo, and workforce education. Thank you. Moving on, 1.3, recognition of special guests. As always, you're all special, but any extra special guests tonight, besides the guy with the Packers jersey on?
What might his name be?
I
Just so hard.
don't know, he usually sits the bench.
Good,
I know.
good sport.
Good sport.
Good sport.
Alrighty. Moving on, 1.4.1, proclamation designating February as African American History Month.
I'd like to invite Miracle McDonald to the podium. Miracle is currently the president of Student Club Black Student Leaders Association. This is her second year at Joliet Junior College. She is currently majoring in accounting with aspirations of transferring to a four-year university to obtain a bachelor's degree. After completion of the bachelor's degree, Miracle plans to further her education by earning her master's degree in accounting and ultimately working towards sitting for the CPA exam. Welcome.
Whereas the contributions of the citizens of the African American ancestry to the history and culture of the United States are invaluable and abundant, and whereas these contributions deserve recognition, and whereas citizens of the African American ancestry comprise a significant percentage of the residents of Illinois Community College, District Number 525, and whereas it is the goal of Joliet Junior College to provide its students with the comprehensive curricular and co-curricular educational experience with consideration given to the contributions of all socially identifiable groups within American history and culture. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Illinois Community College, District Number 525, Joliet Junior College, counties of Will, Grundy, Kendall, LaSalle, Kankakee, Livingston, and Cook, State of Illinois, hereby proclaims the month of February as African American History Month in Illinois Community College, District Number 525, adopted this 15th day of January 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Joan, call the roll, please.
Broderick?
Aye.
Mahalik?
Yes.
Marin? Yes. Morales?
Yes.
Ian O'Connell?
Yes.
Wunderlich.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item, 1.2.4. Dr. Mitchell.
I would like to invite Patty Zuccarello, Dean of Career and Tech Ed, to the podium.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to read the proclamation for February as Career and Technical Education Month. Whereas February 1st to 29th, 2020 has been designated Career and Technical Education Month by the Association for Career and Technical Education, and whereas Career and Technical Education offers students the opportunity to gain academic, technical, and employability skills necessary for career readiness, whereas Career and Technical Education provides students with career exploration opportunities earlier in their educational experience, which enables them to make informed and beneficial decisions about their academic coursework and pursue established programs of study and career pathways. And whereas the ever-increasing cooperative efforts of career and technical educators in partnership with business and industry stimulate the growth of our regional economy and nation by preparing graduates for fields forecast to experience the largest and fastest growth, resulting in gainful employment and productive career paths for skilled professionals over the next decade and beyond. And whereas Career and Technical Education provides students with dual credit opportunities and career development through comprehensive programs of study that promote educational success. And whereas Career and Technical Education at JJC affords individuals with career path opportunities to learn new skills across more than 50 programs. Now therefore be it resolved that the Joliet Junior College Board of Trustees proclaims the month of February 2020 as Career and Technical Education Month in Illinois Community College District Number 525, adopted this 15th day of January in 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Joan, call the roll, please.
Roderick.
Aye.
Mahalik.
Yes.
Maren. Morales. O'Connell.
Yes.
And Wonderlich.
Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
Moving on, 1.4.3 Faculty Union Report, Dr. Marsink. Nice green shirt you got there, kind of matches Jim.
If I'd have known, I'd have changed shirts. Thank you, as always, for the opportunity. I have very little tonight, but I do want to say a few quick things. One, absolutely, everybody here should try to get to some of the events scheduled for the African American History Month. We always do a great job here at the school, and we need to support that. Also, I wanted to to say something nice about our student trustee, Ms. Marin, and the other student speaker who spoke at the opening session. I heard incredible things about, I was there, obviously, but everybody I spoke to said, my God, you guys were really impressive. So, and another, one of my faculty friends came to me and said, she can no longer tell anyone she's not a good public speaker. So, but it was not only inspiring, but it was, my God, you guys were really poised and did a wonderful job. And everybody was really glad to hear what you had to say, too. So, just wanted to say that. You're welcome. What else did I have? Oh, last thing. Obviously, we lost our Dean of Arts and Sciences. I do want to, and I know she's not here, but I do want to thank Sonia Williams for her time here. She came here and entered a completely new culture, a different culture for her, and over time, I thought she really did a good job. And we have an excellent committee that has been formed to do the search. Will be led by Dean Amy Gray, and I'm sure that we will, because we are a place where people want to come to work, I know we'll have great candidates, and we will find somebody good to replace it and send them along to VP Fletcher and Dr. Mitchell and the board. So that's all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Next item, 144, Adjunct Faculty. Laurel?
Hello again. I don't really have a whole lot to say either. We, as adjunct faculty, haven't been involved in the opening week activities, and so I can't comment, but I have heard excellent comments about what happened last week, so I'm sure that was awesome. We're a couple days into the new semester, and I think things are going pretty well. So I just want to wish everyone a happy new year and a happy decade and a happy spring semester. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, 1.5 minutes of the regular monthly meeting of December 11th.
So moved.
2019. We have a
Second.
motion and a second. Any additions, corrections? If not, Joan, call the roll, please.
Roderick?
Aye.
Mahalik?
Yes.
Maren? Morales?
Yes.
O'Connell?
Yes.
And Wonderlich.
Yes. Item 1.6, communications. Any further communications, Mr. Chairman?
No further communications, Mr. Chairman.
Item 1.7, approval of the agenda. Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Joan, call the roll, please.
Roderick?
Aye.
Mahalik?
Yes.
Maren? Morales? O'Connell?
Yes.
And Wonderlich.
Yes. Item 1.8, approval of the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second.
I ask that 8.1 be pulled.
8.1. Anything else? If not, Joan, call the roll, please.
O'Connell?
Yes.
Roderick?
Yes.
Mahalik?
Yes.
Maren? And Morales?
Yes.
Wonderlich.
Yes. Moving on to item 8.1. We get a motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion.
The reason I pulled it is, this is a concern. It's always a nice award to receive. And in all the years that I've been on, except for these past two, last year I knew the recipients, we have so many that put their names in, and I question, does our instructions show everything that the person that's nominating the person for gets spelled out so the person knows what who they're submitting and why they're submitting it, so that it's a true submission of the person's qualifications? Because I looked at the way that the tabs that we had gotten on the information. I too like to know who we're supporting, not just the one or two that are picked or whatever. We were always given it when I came on, the degree of information that we needed to know of who the candidates were. So I question, can we obtain the information? Because me just giving a blanket vote, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Two, I'd like to know who these people are that are coming in and being supported by the nominees to be supported. Three, I'd like to see if we need to improve the system to get better information to the people that are nominating them, so people do get recognized instead of, oh, they don't have enough information, let's go to the ones that do. That's a concern I have, because I do know some of the people that were submitted, and I do have a concern that there wasn't enough information to do it, and that's why I asked to have it pulled.
Okay, at this time, to keep the names confidential prior to the award ceremony, the board will ask for approval of each candidate, candidate 1 and candidate 2, and we all have names in front of us, and we will vote on them as a separate motion. I have a motion to approve candidate number 1.
Do we need another?
So moved.
No. We
Second.
already have a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, we're already in.
You can take the first motion as candidate number 1 and do a
Okay,
second
that's
motion.
fine.
Yeah, correct.
All right, so Joan, call the roll on candidate number 1.
Mahalik?
Is this, who's candidate number 1?
You received.
It's,
And then what's this, what's the vote here? Is this to award them?
To award them
Two separate votes.
2 separate votes, one for each of the 2 candidates.
I saw him somewhere.
One at a time.
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find my sheet of the recommendations because,
candidate one, you're going to vote on this one first.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that's.
But I'm looking for the thing where we had the
Oh, the,
previous one. I can't find that.
oh, here, wait, I have
The recommendations just was,
it. This?
yes. I'm going to say yes then.
Maren? Morales?
Yes.
Broderick?
No.
Okay, and Wunderlich?
Yes.
And Dan O'Connell? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we need a motion for candidate number?
Yeah, I move to approve candidate 2 for receipt of the J.D. Ross Extraordinary Service Award for 2019.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Joan, call the roll, please.
Morales?
Yes.
Dan O'Connell?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Broderick?
Yes.
Mahalik?
Yes.
Marin? Yes. And Wunderlich?
Yes. All righty. Moving on to item 8.2, second. Pardon?
No.
Item 8.2, second reading is in our, board policies is in our board book. Items 8.3 through 8.11. The approval of the third readings is in our board book, and they were also on the consent agenda. Moving on to item number 9.1, foundation report. Nancy is not here tonight. Christie?
Ooh, she's got new fun things.
No, I understand.
Good evening. Happy New Year. I'd like to announce this year's Night of Stars recipients. In addition to the J.D. Ross award winners that you voted on tonight, the foundation also has some award winners that they recognize. The first is Susan H. Wood Award, which will be Peter Neff. The Alumni Achievement Award this year will be Bill Conti from Morgan Stanley. And this year we also have a new award, the Corporate Partners and Excellent Award, which will go to Lionel Bazell. The Night of Stars will take place on Thursday, April 23rd at 5 o'clock at the Renaissance Center, and invitations will be sent in the coming months. All spring 2020 scholarships were placed on the students' accounts before classes started this past Monday. Fall scholarships will be posted on February 1st and will remain open until May 1st. Recently, we lost 3 JJC retiree, all of which had set up endowed scholarships with the foundation. Those 3 people are Richard Manthei, John Cordetti, and Chris Heigelke. This year's year-end giving has increased 81% from 2018. We were lucky to secure several gifts, including 2 new endowments from JJC alumni Jim Harder and Paul Gansert. This year's JJC sock campaign will take place from February 3rd to February 21st. We have a different design this year for socks. We're going to be selling 400 pairs to go for student scholarships, and you can purchase your socks online at www.jjc.edu/JJC socks. And there are Guile.
Those are cute.
How about if I buy those right now for Jim and he's got...
Yeah, I think Jim needs them right now.
$15. Do you want to pay me
Not a
later?
chance. In this meeting, anyway.
That concludes my report.
Thank you.
And I know you missed old and new business. You missed the old and new business part.
Old and new business.
So can we go to the old and new business?
We can
one
go to the
before
old and new
report?
business, sure.
Okay. I have a question on the old and new business. I was noticing that Northern Illinois University has a expeditious nursing program for 2 years. If they come in with a BS degree, or a BA, or, no, it's not a BS. They come in with a normal degree, an AS degree. Is that something that we can, like, look at? I mean, I'm looking at it as it's an accelerated nursing program up at Northern.
Right, we can absolutely look into it. I would just have to be sure, and, you know, Dr. Fletcher, I don't know, you or Dr. Gray, I'm not sure if there's anything to do with being a 2-year community college. Is that something that we would be
they're
allowed
doing-
to do, I'm not sure, but we could definitely look into it.
Okay, because I asked a friend of mine who's doing it, and it's a 2-year program up at Northern. So if we are 2 years, and it's concentrated on accelerating their nursing program and everything in the 2 years, even though we're a 2-year community college, if the state college can do it in 2 years, why couldn't we? And I'm
And I don't-
challenging you on that.
Right, and you can challenge me, that's something we have to look into, because that's, we've gone through this before with the ICCB as far as allowing community colleges to offer
Right.
the BSN, so I don't know if that falls within that criteria or not, but we can absolutely look into it and get back to you.
But it's got different initials. It's accelerated. It's got the A in front of it as the accelerated.
Right, but if it's still a Bachelor of Science, and we'd have to check, it's a gray
Okay.
area, but we'll check and let
All
you know.
right, I just thought I'd bring that up since I saw it.
Not a problem.
Any other old or new business?
New business, I was asked also if there's any way that JJC can look into opening the, I believe it's a CADC for like an advanced degree for social workers. There's a lot of need right now with the opioid epidemic that we're facing in Will County. We need more social workers, and the ones that are out there need higher credentials. So if there's somehow we could, they have to go like the College of DuPage to get this degree. A lot of our folks are going
We
out
go to
there.
St. Francis. CADC is a
Is that, okay,
certified alcohol and drug counselor.
okay.
And
So
you
they're-
have to have at least a bachelor's to get in there, preferably a master's.
Okay, so
My
it's not
wife's got one,
something-
That's why I know, but it doesn't work on her.
She has one?
She has one. She has that.
Yeah, but Lewis had one, but Lewis was not, their social work program was not accredited,
Is what?
was not accredited.
Who's this, Lewis?
Wow.
So the people would take the courses out there, they'd learn everything, but they'd have to go someplace else to get accredited certification.
Okay, so that's not something that we are able to offer?
That's beyond us.
Okay, all right, thank you, I'll let him know.
But that's good, yeah. Next, ICCTA, Ms. Broderick.
Okay, 2 things. Regionally, and I talked to Dr. Mitchell about it, we have to throw some dates out there in regards to a regional meeting. We are the host for our division for the ICCTA, our division, which includes Moraine Valley, Kankakee Community College, South Suburban, Prairie State, all of those we have to get together like we did last year again. That's part of our job duties to meet and greet and talk to everybody. I was looking at possibly in March after the primary, because we're going to have some major players that are going to be leaving us in the higher education level, such as Mr. Pat McGuire and that. And I think we need to look at who's going to be in the primary and looking at that. So if Joan and Judy could coordinate dates so that all of you are able to come, it would be more like a 6 o'clock meeting like we do with the community colleges coming like they did last year. We had a good attendance. I think we want to work on having more, though, in attendance for that meeting, so that we can go across the board. Because the issues that are coming up now, of course, are the marijuana issues, because marijuana is now approved for both uses, medical and recreational. And then the other issue they talk about is the minimum wage change that's going to go on. And then they're also looking at us, because we are the ones that are accelerating in the IT area. Jim, thank you for the IT, us identifying that. So they want to get a little bit of a handle on what we're doing. So I think because we always like to be the lead one, since we are the very first community college out there, I think it's good to have us meet regionally and talk with all of our counterparts in the other community colleges.
So would I work with you to create that agenda then?
Yeah, and we'd work together. And I would like to get those that win the primary, I'd like to get them here so we can get a good feel for what their goal for higher education is, since there are going to be new people coming in to that position. And I'd like to see that explored.
For this meeting, or just separate
For that regional meeting, because all of us, when February's coming, we're going to be going down to DC. So I think it's necessary that we start getting our foot in the door with the ones that are running, so that they know what our concerns for higher education is, and they're addressing those as they are out there, being politically in front of everybody.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other thing is, too, our 2020 Community College National Legislative Summit, which is February 9th to February 12th. Myself, Dr. Mitchell, and Kelly Roeder are going. Kelly Roeder Tonelli are going. If any of you have it in your budget that you'd like to go, oh, and Charm is going too. If you have it in your budget that you'd like to go, please look at going. We are having a meeting. I'm the ACCTA Central Committee coordinator, and we are meeting to see what we can do to get more information to you as trustees so that you know when different things are coming up, different legal issues are going before, when they're going before the state level and the federal level, and to get you more attuned to wanting to become involved on the ACCT and the ICCTA committees so that you know more about what's going on instead of just being on the board but being more involved so you know more of what's in depth with this. And that's my report. Unless they have any questions.
Anybody? No, thanks, Maureen. Next, 9.3, student trustee. Selma?
It's just a small little tidbit. Because we had that long break, it's really nice, really refreshing. So this is Welcome Week. It was today and it's tomorrow, and then Tuesday, and then Friday. There's this thing called Passport to Success. It's the next slide. I'll show it a little bit later, but it's just Welcome Week, just getting students back in the groove of things. It's really stressful getting back into classes. I know for me it was. I know for a lot of my peers as well. And it's just kind of a relaxation point. So there was, dueling pianos, and it was pretty loud on the bridge, and I liked that because there was some, music and movement. And, free emoji pillows. I saw a lot of people in my classes with those, and, sometimes people just want to take a nap on them, but gotta stay studious. And then for tomorrow as well, there's also other activities. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, I can't read them. But we have the open photo booth, all of those fun things that OSA does, kind of just to take the edge off of, community college and the stress. And then with that as well is Passport to Success. So it's really small, but that just demonstrates how much events we have going on in JJC throughout the whole year. And if a student can get that little Passport to Success, check off how many events they've gone to, and if they go to 20, they're entered automatically into a raffle for a $250 Visa card. So who doesn't want to do that? And that's always a nice incentive to get people involved as well. And you can do it because I want to get that $250 gift card. And then while you're there, you meet new people, or you branch out more and you see things that you actually like, and then you enter clubs, and that's kind of how we bring people in, Not to say that money should be a motivator, but it's a way to get people, at least peaked into getting more involved and not just, flying through classes and going home, making sure that JJC is kind of like a second home, or at least a place to not only study, but to relax and to have fun every now and then. And that's basically it for me in terms of school stuff. Sorry. And I do want to say thank you for, having me at, general session and everything like that. It's always nerve-wracking. Thank you so much.
I got to listen to it on the social media.
Yeah,
you really did a great job.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking, even though, I've been doing this for quite a while, and it's nice that people still want to hear my story. He's amazing too. I got to talk to him. He has an amazing story as well. We both coming out of, that adult ed. We were able to kind of connect and, just share our stories, and everyone, the faculty, everyone's nice words, touch me. And thank you to all the faculty as well. It's really hard teaching college students. So I'll thank you guys, and thank you for having me here as well. So that's my report. I'll see you guys next.
It's always tough fouling that.
I know, she is a tough fella. I'm glad you're letting me do it today. So.
Me too.
Okay, what was the grounds committee?
Well, my colleague Dan has said that I think he's faking a cold today, so he doesn't have to talk. But that's okay. Today we went over for the QBS and architectural engineering services. This is for the master plan for the respiratory therapy program for the city center site work, the campus police facility renovation, and the bridge connecting from J to T buildings. And we got to choose the engineers. We put this out to 362 vendors electronically, and we also posted it on the JJC website, and also we posted in the Herald News as well. We had 23 vendors respond, and we selected 9. There's going to be 3 for the bridge connecting from the J to T building, 3 from the campus police and renovations, 2 from the city center site work, and 2 from the respiratory therapy program. So 10 total bids with 9 contractors. One's going twice. Ongoing projects that are going to be completed right now are the 2 air handlers projects in the lower level of J, and the first level of J should be completed. I guess that's in the closing part of the process. Upcoming bids, the epoxy floor for the natural science building will be brought to the board in April, is what they say. And then also they have the B&K buildings, the roofs, I believe, there's going to be a bid coming up for that as well. And then the CDV projects to replace elevators in the J building. There's 2 passenger, 1 freight, and one passenger in the G and 1 passenger in the T. I was told this is a little bit more of a slippery slope. We're not sure when these are going to be brought to the board because it takes a little bit more of a process. We don't know quite what's wrong with them yet. If they got to be replaced, if they can be repaired as well. So, and then that's all. Anything else you want to add?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on, 9.5 President's Report.
Hey, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. What I'd like to report on this evening is just share several of the highlights that I shared with the campus community during general session. Some of the projects we'll be working on this year is the Workday implementation. We had a little bit of fun with that project. We know it's going to be consuming for so many faculty, or time and resources over the next 2 to 3 years. So we had a little fun, and we had a naming of the project, and we have decided to name it Mission Possible. So we put a little music to it, and just to kind of get the campus going. So this month, the Navigator implementation team will be on site. They're going to begin working with human resources and financial services with an anticipated January 1st of 2021 launch. And then this summer 2020, the student recruiting and admission modules, they will begin their work under the leadership of Dr. Farmer with an anticipated spring 2021 launch. The strategic plan 2020-2023 is posted to the college's website, and updates will be provided to the board ongoing. They will be posted on the portal as well as through the college's employee newsletter, so watch for those updates. In addition to the strategic plan, the diversity, equity, and inclusion plan, we are very pleased with the significant strides we've made in procurement, the diversification of hiring pools, and the inaugural Diversity, Unity, and Community Dinner. Some of our goals for the first quarter and for the first year: expanding opportunities to increase the number of employees in underrepresented populations. Melinda Carter will be working with her team in HR. The EDUCON theme and presentations this year will also support the diversity plan. That will be led by Aaron Farmer and the PDAC committee. We are searching for a firm through the D&I Council to conduct cross-cultural and sensitivity training for all campus employees. That will probably take a little bit more time than a year depending on the organization that we select. And then we will invite Erica Walker-Thomas group back to work with the council and subcommittees regarding the initiatives tied to the survey responses. So we look forward to the great work that will continue. We are very excited. The University Center is up and running, thanks to Stephanie and Jeanette. The open house is scheduled for Thursday, February 6th from 4:30 to 7. Our current partnerships are with Eastern Illinois University, Franklin University, Governor State University, National Louis University, Southern Illinois University, and we'll continue to work on identifying additional partners. And then I just want to echo the comments made tonight. The focus was on this year, in addition to our good news, was about empathy and its correlation to the acts of kindness and how we show to each other and to our students. So it was a great message, and again, Shalma and Aaron were just phenomenal. They just, their speeches were just right on target. I mean, I have heard nothing but great comments throughout. So thank you both for all the great work that you do and all, being great students. So we appreciate that. And then in conclusion, I'd like to just say happy birthday to Trustee Alicia Morales and Trustee Dan O'Connell, who celebrate January Capricorn birthdays. And that concludes my report.
Dr. Farmer, too.
And Dr. Farmer, too, correct? And Kelly Roeder Tonelli. So we have quite a few January birthdays, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next item is the chairman's report. I'd just like to say again, Happy New Year to everybody. And starting out the new spring semester, everybody have a little fun. And no, I'm not going to say anything, Jim.
No bears.
I said enough.
I said enough.
Wait till next year.
Thank Michael Connell, too.
And Mike, trustee Mike, half of the O'Connell twins is not here anymore. But he's out of town right now. He should be back in February to attend the meeting, and we'll give him a little resolution on the plaque and pat on the back.
Well, one thing I did forget to write in front of me. So last month, Trustee Garcia had requested the little pocket information on JGC in Spanish. So I have these here for you this evening. I can pass around. You can take as many as you need, and then let me know if you'd like any more. So.
Those in Spanish?
Yes.
I don't need those.
Okay, I don't need them either, because I...
And then you need it.
They're all my way if you don't need them. I could use them.
Give them to Alicia.
So this will be...
And I'll save some for Trustee Garcia.
session.
No, that's just, you need to
Open
identify
session.
dates.
Okay.
Open session for dates, correct?
Okay, one item we had 18 people apply for the open trustee position. We would like to have 2 meetings, interview 9 people on one evening and 9 people on another evening. So if you can tell Joan what dates you're available or not available, we've got some time. We don't have to do it before February.
You want them before February 19th?
We want it before February 19th.
Right. Can we exclude Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays? So that we know that we're at
Yes.
least excluding Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're looking at Monday through Thursday? And that way, we can all look at our calendars to see what we have out there for those times?
So will Joan survey everyone?
Talk about meetings during the day?
Pardon?
Talk about times during the day?
It'd probably be in the evening, I would assume.
We did it last time in the evening when we did the one when you and Alicia were being put on and appointed.
Right. There was only 2 of us.
So it would be like regular board meeting, like 5 or so?
5:30, 6 to 9, 5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah,
something
everybody got 15 or 20 minutes to speak.
10 minutes for the candidates,
Yeah.
for the board to ask the candidates the questions, 5 minutes for the candidate to ask questions of the board.
Right.
And then a 5-minute break
Break,
for
right.
the board to speak.
Right.
So if you want to tell Joan now what your dates are, if you want her to call you up and...
I cleared my calendar because this is very important. So all afternoons are open. I'm flexible to be here anytime you guys need me to.
Yeah, I am too.
So does the board want to start at maybe 4? Or does the board want to start at 5?
I say 5. I'm thinking 5 would work better.
5?
I'm thinking 5 because I just went through the resumes. They're all employed. So I'm thinking that you're going to have employment issues of any of those that can't make it because they can't get here. So I would think 5.
5 o'clock.
So Alicia, you're saying anytime?
Anytime, any day.
Okay.
And I'm open too.
I can leave my son with my wife, so it's fine.
I'll have to ask my boss, but it's probably okay.
Well, and the only dates we would have to exclude would be when we're in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, when we're in DC.
Washington, D.C. and
Yeah, because I go from, just so you have my dates from going.
Joan, can you just poll us and see?
Yeah, but just so she knows, I'm out the 6th through the 13th.
Just get us a couple dates and stuff like that. I should be able to move things around and get there though, so.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I just won't be here next
Let me turn this phone off.
Thursday or Friday.
Look at Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday and see what you can come up with.
And like I say, we don't have to do it next week.
No, I know. But I mean, with the fact that we had this many people already show interest in it and we gave them the deadline, I think, we should move forward because it did take us time to go through interview process, then narrowing it down and then doing a second interview.
We also have to make sure these
I know.
can come.
I know. I got you.
Joan's good at that.
And I have one more question. So trustee Broderick, you said a second interview. Are we doing a second interview or are you just going to do
But when we got through the first set, we called those back that we considered finalists, that we brought back so that the board could make another decision on it. So there is got to be, when you've got this many candidates, like we did on the other ones, we brought back those that we identified as potentials, and then we said we would let the other ones know that they didn't, that the board was not, we thanked them, but the board was moving on with others. Remember?
No.
You don't remember? We had
But I
two
will-
sets.
Well, I remember that, that was
It's
the
two
only
sets.
time, though, that we had like two interviews.
Yeah, because we called certain ones back to have them do they considered the final. I think, Alicia, you remember that, don't you?
Because she had to come back for the second interview.
Yeah.
We can do that, that's fine. We got, like I say, we have time.
Okay.
We have time.
Okay.
So if you want to follow up with everybody other than that,
I should be fine.
And then Dan.
we have no need for an executive session.
We do not.
Okay,
Motion to,
motion to adjourn? Second? Second? Yes?
Jake seconded it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.
Carl, do you have those?